Hello, I am Tarad Robinson. I am your host, your commentator, your whoever I need to be in order to make this presentation here. But I am the host. I'm all jokes aside. I'm the host here of the Power of the BI. I am the creator of the Power of the BI.com, which is an online learning course where I teach BI. But with that said, this is not that course. This is, the reason why you stop here. The reason why you stop here today is not because of me wearing a fancy T-shirt and anything else. The reason why you stopped by is because you saw you probably saw that thumbnail, and that thumbnail said transform your career and or transform your career and transform your bank account. Now, you may want to transform your career, you may want to transform your bank account, or you may want to transform both your career and your bank account. And basically what we do at the Power of the BI is we give you the skills in order to transform your career or transform your bank account or transform your career and your bank account. That's what we do. That's what we teach at the Power of the BI. And again, I am your host. I am the creator of the Power of the BI.com. So with that said, you say, Tarad, I don't even know what BI is. And that's what I need to explain to you just off top. I need to let you know what BI is. If you haven't been sleeping under a rock, sleeping under a log for the last, I don't know, maybe 18 months to 2 years, you probably have heard about AI. AI is artificial intelligence. Well, AI, very similar to BI. BI is business intelligence. AI and BI, they pretty much run hand in hand. They run neck and neck. Very soon here, we will be integrating more of AI into BI. At this present point, there's not a whole lot of there's not total integration between AI and BI, but understanding that in the very near future, we as a whole, we as a world are going to be integrating more AI into BI. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on AI, but that is just to give you some idea of what AI is. It's just what BI is very similar to AI using data to make predictions and forecasts and tell a story. Well, with BI again is business intelligence. BI is business intelligence, and basically what we do is we take information. We as professional data analysts or business intelligence analysts, what we do is we take data. We take data that a company may have, and we build out reports. We build out historical reports. We build out dashboards. And I'm pretty sure, again, if you haven't been sleeping on the ride for probably the last, I don't know, maybe 5, 10 years, you've dealt with a dashboard in some form or fashion, whether it be on your job and you pointing, clicking, hitting buttons and things are changing and colors are changing and stuff like that, or if you are looking at your utility sites and you go to your utility site, let's just call it utility.com, and you're checking your utilities and you see the fancy graphs and charts and gauges that are on your utility site telling you how much money you spent this month, this week, last week, compared to this time last year. All of that is business intelligence. So basically what I'm here to let you know is that there is money to be made in business intelligence. There is money to be made in business intelligence. It's just a matter of understanding what you need to know, understanding the skill sets, and then developing your skill sets in order to become a business analyst. Now, there are some things that I'm going to say here. There's some terms I'm going to use that I want to get. Um, I want you to understand initially so that we don't have to keep trying to go back and reiterate what those terms are. One term is data. Some people say data, some people say data. It's the same thing. Data and data. I'm going to say data. I call it a data analyst. I call it data. So I'm going to call it data. Now you say, well, Todd, I don't really understand what data is, and that sounds like a term that's going to scare me a little bit, and I may not be ready to understand, or may not be ready to participate in your podcast or participate in the Power of the BI.com online learning course. I'm here to let you know you are, because data simply is information. Data equals information. Data is information. Let me back up. Let me say that a different way. If I say data, I'm only referring to information. If someone asks you to analyze the data, they're only asking you to analyze the information. Okay, so data is information. Um, the next thing is we're going to be analyzing data. What does that mean? We're going to analyze the information. We're going to look at the information. We're going to interpret what the information is, and then we're going to determine how we want to present that information to the public. The public could be the boss. The public could be the department. The public could be the company. The public could be the customer. The public could just be you. We're going to analyze the data. What does that mean? That means we're going to analyze the information. Anyone doesn't really understand what I'm saying right now. If I say data, I want you to respond in the comment section and just say one, and we'll say two if you don't understand. Say one if you do understand, or you don't have to say anything if you understand, but at least comment in the comment section. Say, well, I need a little bit better description of what data means, because in future podcasts, I want to make sure that I am giving you the correct interpretation or explaining as well as I can, or as well as you need to receive that information of what certain words and definitions are. But data is something we are not going to get away from, and we are going to get away from using information. So from this point on, I'm going to say data. Now, to give you some idea, I know probably about a year and a half, 2 years ago, we ran into Chat GPT, and everybody got introduced on a wide scale of artificial intelligence. I'm going to let you know off top right now, that was not the first introduction of artificial intelligence. That's just the first introduction on a mass scale that we were introduced to artificial intelligence. Business intelligence is not something new. Business intelligence has been going on for a long period of time, at least since we have been writing on tablets and stones, and moving up to notebooks and calculators, and then moving into a spreadsheet. We've been analyzing data for a long period of time. So, I don't want this to sound like it's a very spooky situation. It's not. It's not a very spooky situation. It's just now we're in a world to where it's important for not just individuals, but for customers and companies to understand what their numbers look like. And that's what we do as data analysts. We have our customers and our companies understand what their numbers look like. When I say numbers, I'm talking about predictions and historical predictions and forecasts and all that kind of stuff. I don't know, maybe about 35 years ago, we were looking at spreadsheets, Excel spreadsheets, whether it be Excel spreadsheets or any other type of spreadsheet, and we were creating certain types of spreadsheets, and we were creating charts and graphs and all that kind of stuff. That was analyzing data at that point. Now we're a little bit beyond that. We're analyzing data a little bit beyond that. So what I'm going to do is, or what I do at thepowerofthebi.com is, I teach individuals how to use the skills that they already have to develop those data analytics skills to make those six-figure incomes, those six-figure salaries, transforming their income or transforming their career, or doing both. And you say, well, hey, if I'm already working somewhere, how can I just transform my income without transforming my career? Well, here's the deal. You may not even know it, but your company probably right now is hiring data analysts. They're hiring Power BI or Tableau analysts or ClickView analysts in order to build out departments. And you can move from your current position to one of those positions, and really make yourself more valuable and make yourself a lot more money without having to transform or transfer it from the company that you have. That's a whole nother conversation. We're not even going to go that deep into it. My main goal right now is to show you how you can transform what you already know into making a six-figure salary. Now, you can say, hey, I don't do anything with spreadsheets or anything like that right now, but that's okay, because we can take what you're already doing and show you that your skills are transferable in order to be able to become a six-figure earner. Trust me, I used to be a school teacher. Okay, I used to be a school teacher, so I haven't done this all my life. You know what I'm saying? This is something that I transferred that that educational skill set into that data analytics skill set, so anyone can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. So what we're looking at right here is we're looking at a spreadsheet. And again, if you haven't been living under a rock or sleeping under a log for the last 30, 35 years, you know that this is an Excel spreadsheet. This is a Microsoft Excel spreadsheet. This could be any spreadsheet. This could be a Google spreadsheet or any other type of spreadsheet or some type of database. But at the end of the day, this is what it is. And basically, here, this what we're looking at is a spreadsheet of coffee shop data. Now, again, I don't know if I said it before, but if I did say it before, again, if I didn't say it before, I'm telling you now, this is not your favorite coffee shop. This is not your favorite coffee shop's information. This is not your favorite restaurant with the golden arches, with that favorite coffee you like to buy every morning, or that donut with the red ring coffee. No, this is just a spreadsheet that I created. I literally created this spreadsheet, and the only way you can get this spreadsheet is from me or download it from my site at thepowerofthebi.com. It's the only way you can get this spreadsheet. So I don't want you to go back and think that, hey, I stole some information from an organization, or this is some elaborate information that you can take and you can compare it and you can build a business plan off of this information. No, literally, I created this column by column, row by row. So please don't go out and tell someone that you've got this valuable information that came from off thepowerofthebi.com. That's not true. Now, with that said, this spreadsheet basically is looking at several columns. I forgot how many, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Looks like it's about 12 or 13 columns of information that we're looking at for this coffee company. Now, again, this could be any coffee company, and this information is valuable to any coffee company, any company that's selling coffee. This information is super valuable, because what it does is it tells the coffee company, hey, this is what we're selling. In the product section, it's telling what we're selling. In the sales section, it's telling us how many we sold. It's telling us the peak hours that it sold. It's telling us the age groups that we sold this coffee to, or we sold these products to in our coffee line. It's telling us the gender, whether it be male or female. Not sure if any other gender is on here, but we're looking at male and female. That's all we have currently. The location, whether it's in a rural location or an urban location, or whether a customer is coming from a rural location or urban location. The purchase is, is it a rare purchase? Is it a regular purchase? Is it an occasional purchase? The average transaction cost, right? And of course, that's always important, because now we're able to calculate revenue and sales and profit and all that kind of stuff based off of that average transaction. The retention, are we able to keep this particular customer based on the product that they're buying? Is this customer repeating this buy? The inventory, the inventory count. Did the customer leave a review? Whether it was positive or negative? When they bought the coffee, was it cloudy or sunny? Was it raining? Was it hot when they bought this particular coffee type? Was it a promotion? Was it a low or high or medium promotion? The promotion effectiveness. So these are things that we are measuring. These are things that we are evaluating. These are the things that we are analyzing when we look at this particular spreadsheet. Now you say, how can I make six figures looking at this spreadsheet? It's not, you're not making six figures looking at the spreadsheet. You're making decisions based off of the spreadsheet. Okay, you're making, and it's not necessarily making decisions off of the spreadsheet. You're making decisions based off of the data that's in the spreadsheet. Okay, and any business manager, any business manager, any any business owner would want to know where they're making money. They would want to know who their customer is. They would want to know what days their customers are shopping. They would want to know what is the gender that's buying this product. So, with that said, you know, as a data analyst, what you're going to be doing is you're going to be analyzing this data, right? Now, again, 35 years ago, what we were doing was we was using spreadsheets or notebook paper even. And we were, probably not notebook paper 30 years ago, but we were using spreadsheets. And we were creating charts and graphs and all that kind of stuff. Even today, I mean, a lot of accounting departments and finance departments are still using spreadsheets, okay, to show their financial statements, their income statements, their balance sheets, their trial balances, and their Christmas tree reports. They're using spreadsheets today. Now, we're going to have an episode here in the future where we're going to be talking about financial statements inside of business intelligence. But what I'm saying is, at this point, we can anything that's inside of a spreadsheet, we can probably make someone's life easier by using business intelligence. So I'm not going to sit here and I'm not going to show you how to make a pie chart and a column graph and a bar graph and a gauge using a spreadsheet, and then compare it to how much easier we can do it using business intelligence. You can do that on your own. As a matter of fact, you probably have already done some of these things, built out reports using spreadsheets. But what I'm showing you here is how is the information or the data that we're going to take, and we're gonna move that data into business intelligence tools that's going to allow us to make better decisions. Okay. Now, before I go any further, what I'd like for you to do before we get any further is I'd like for you to like this video and subscribe to this channel, because we're going to be having a lot of information coming here in the very near future, very quickly, just as fast as business intelligence is evolving. We are going to be having information that we're going to be providing here on this podcast. So I want you to like this channel. I want you to like this video, and I want you to subscribe to this channel, Power of the BI. Like this channel and subscribe to this channel, Power of the BI. And I must say, before we go any further as well, is that this episode is being brought to you by blkdigi.com, where you can go online and you can buy online products, shop online, and they have a place where you can, as an entrepreneur, you can sell your products on their sites as well. So again, this episode is being brought to you by blkdigi.com. But so now we're going to move on. And the main thing I want to show you here is that this is where the data is coming from. Now everyone knows that they've worked with, well, the majority of you guys have worked with an Excel spreadsheet before or a Google Sheet before. And this is at the very elementary level. This is where data is coming from. Data can be coming from several different sources, and in this podcast we'll talk about other sources where data could come from. But at the very elementary level, data is coming from a spreadsheet. So we're going to take this spreadsheet, and we are going to make this spreadsheet look like this report. This is the same report. This is the same report of this spreadsheet. Now what we're looking at is we're looking at a dashboard. We're looking at something that changes when we make selections, right? So now it's not just looking at the columns. We're looking at, we can select the type of product. which is Americano, and we can see the total sales change if we had any sales with Americano or cappuccino or espresso or latte or mocha, or we can select all, right? And now we filter by the product. We can also filter by the age group, 45 to 54, and 25 to 34, and 35 to 44. Or we can just select inside of one of the visuals, each one of these little segments where you can see where there's a graph and tables and matrix, and we can select inside, and now things are changing based on those selections. So that's a dashboard. We can find that dashboard online, and as a means to being able to create a resume. Now, what we are also going to do, or what we do in order to be able to show your potential employers, you don't just have a written resume. In the Power of the BI, we provide you with an area to where you're creating an online resume. So now this is your online resume, and now you're showing your potential interviewers, hey, or your interviewers, hey, this is what I do. You know, you're not just writing it out. You know, they say a picture is worth 1,000 words. Where I believe a dashboard is worth 1,000,000 words when you're talking about business intelligence. So now you're showing your interviewers in your interview. You're showing them the work that you've done. You're not telling them the work that you've done. You're not describing the work that you've done. You're showing them the work that you've done. So basically, you have taken, let's see here, you have taken this spreadsheet, this data that you received, and you took that data and then you created a dashboard. And if I can get my dashboard back to my computer so I can bring this up for you. Oh, let's just minimize it. So basically, you created a dashboard. You created this dashboard that you were able to see, right? Then you say, well, Terod, how am I able to create a dashboard? I barely know how to create a spreadsheet. And that's what I'm telling you. Here at the Power of the BI, that's what we do. We teach you how to create a dashboard, right? Well, we teach you several things, but the main goal and the initial goal in the Power of the BI is, one, to be able to identify the data, analyze the data, and then the end goal is to create a dashboard using BI. But you say, well, you know, how do I create a dashboard? So, you know, a dashboard is created in several using several different tools, several different types of tools, being ClickView, Tableau, and Power BI are the three mains that we are associated or affiliated with, or we teach with. But in the powerofthebi.com, the initial course, we teach it using Power BI. Power BI is a Microsoft product. We're not licensed by Microsoft. We're not affiliated with Microsoft. I am certified. I am a certified data engineer, a certified Power BI data analyst, a certified fabric engineer with Microsoft, but I'm not affiliated or associated with Microsoft. I've worked on projects for Microsoft, but again, this whole powerofthebi.com has nothing to do with Microsoft outside of, we do use a Microsoft product in Microsoft Power BI. So with that said, we have shown you where that data is coming from, and let's see here, we've shown you where that data is coming from, and then we show you where that data ends up once we create a report. Now, if you look at this is very similar. If you look at this project here, it looks very similar to the report that we just showed you here, and basically it's the same report, but here it's a dashboard because we published it, and now you're able to make selections based off of it. And, you know, we're making those different changes, making different clicks, all the different fancy stuff that goes along with creating a dashboard. But this is what we used in order to make that report. This particular instance is called Power BI, and basically, if I come over, this is the tool that we used in order to make that happen. And if you come over here, you'll see that this is that same spreadsheet that we use. This is the same data that we use in order that we used over in Excel. But now we took that data from Excel and we moved it over into Power BI. Now, when we want to make those fancy visuals, we come in here and now we're able to create those fancy visuals. As I click inside of here, now you'll see that this is a selection that I made. This is one of those visuals. This is called a column chart. This is a donut chart. This is a tree map. This is, again, a column chart. And let's see, I forgot exactly what that one was called. It's called it's a funnel. I forgot, it slipped my mind just that quick, but that was a funnel. And here is a table. But bottom line is that same information that we took from this spreadsheet over here, well, I'm sorry, that's not the spreadsheet. The same information that we took from this spreadsheet, which again, we're seeing seeing these columns, product to promotion effectiveness. We brought it over into Power BI, and again, product to promotion effectiveness. It's the same information, but now rather than having to build those, to build out a fancy report, chart, graph, pie chart, rather than building all of that stuff out individually, we're still building it out individually. But now we're able to do it a lot quicker. I mean, when I'm talking about quicker, I'm talking about me personally. I could probably put this report together. I could probably put this report together in probably 2-3 hours, maybe 8 hours tops. But to be honest, this is probably considered to be a 40-hour project, right? It could even be an 80-hour project. And we're talking about, you're making anywhere from $48 to $55 an hour building this project. I mean, and when I say $48 to $55 an hour, I'm saying that's what the worth is of this project. I'm telling you, I could probably do this project in about 2 to 3 hours. Now, there could be other things that come up. There could be other tables that are involved. There could be other things that could make it a little bit more intense. But for the most part, everybody can't do this, right? Everybody can't build a report and turn it into this, right? This is the end goal. This is the end goal. But what I'm telling you is, here at the Power of the BI, this is what we do. This is what we teach you how to do. Okay, we teach you how to create pretty much this dashboard. Now, another thing that I probably need to be a little bit more descriptive on is I'm saying report and I'm saying dashboard. When we build it out initially, when we initially build this model, build this thing that we have out using this data that we have, that we receive from this Excel spreadsheet, initially it's called a report. It's called a report. This is not a dashboard. This is a report. This is inside of Power BI, and this is what we're using to build this report. Okay, but when we go and we publish this report, and then that report, when we publish it, then it goes to here. Now we can't click on this individual donut chart, or this individual bar chart, or this column chart, or this card. We can click on it, but we can't make changes in here, because now it's published. It's a live document, and when it becomes published, when it becomes live, then it becomes a dashboard. Okay. Now we can even go even more specific as to what a dashboard is, but we're not gonna do that here in this particular video. We probably will in a future video, but not in this particular video. So at the end of the day, what we have learned here is we all have some sort of workings with spreadsheets and data, and even if you haven't had any working with a spreadsheet or data, at the Power of the BI, that's what we do. Is we help you to develop a skill set to become a Power BI developer. And when you become a Power BI developer, at that point, your worth initially becomes anywhere from $48 to $55 an hour, and that's on average. $48 to $55 an hour. That's on average. I've had some guys, take a $45 an hour job. I don't highly suggest that, but based on their needs, that's what they had to do at that time because they didn't have time to wait. And I've had guys take jobs at $57, $60 an hour. In some cases, I don't really suggest that either because there are some things that you are probably going to be requested to do in addition to Power BI development that you may not be 100% ready for. But again, based on the needs, we teach you BI, not just Power BI. We teach you BI, so you will be able to go out there and at least access that information. Plus, you'll have access to us as well, or definitely access to my team. If you find yourself in what they call in this industry a pickle, you find yourself in a pickle, you'll be able to access the team and probably get some very quick assistance that you normally wouldn't be able to receive if you weren't part of our power team. But anyway, that's a whole nother conversation. So I'm not going to ramble very much longer here as we talk about this particular project, but this is only part one of a 5-part series as we give you more information into how you can become a 6-figure earner in the BI industry. And again, like this video, subscribe to this channel. If you have any other questions in regards to what we do at the Power of the BI, you can go to powerofthebi.com and you can get more information about who we are and what we do at the Power of the BI. So thank you for stopping by. Thank you for sticking with us up until this point. And I look forward to seeing you again in the next video.